Side note, I was checking my phone because somebody stole my identity. Somebody stole my identity. They opened up a.
What is?
I know. Last night, I know. I found out last night. My mom was texting because they had to file a police report. Somebody stole my identity. They opened up a credit card. They sent $2,000.
Yo, what is going?
Yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Chalk It Up, episode 2. Me and Jay Cross here with Zeke Mayo. Zeke Mayo, how you doing on this fine Thursday?
I'm doing fantastic.
You ain't gonna ask us how we doing?
Nah, not for real.
That's fine. Yeah, I mean, I don't really care how Jay Cross is doing either. I'm doing good.
Good.
Yeah, I don't care how you're doing, so it's fine. Zeke Mayo, Lawrence kid. How's it feel playing in the Fieldhouse? You know, obviously being in Lawrence, you grew up here. You've heard so many things about Allen Fieldhouse. You've probably seen a lot of Kansas players, come throughout Lawrence, Kansas. How's it feel to play in Allen Fieldhouse under Coach Self?
Yeah, I mean, it feels amazing just to be out here. Putting that jersey on for the first time obviously was a blessing. Just to be able to play in front of 16,000 people not on a nightly basis is incredible, and it's obviously a prestigious program, prestigious head coach, and then great players alongside.
Who would you say is the best player or who's your favorite player to come through Kansas?
So I've actually had a lot of people ask me that question. Not a lot of people would probably understand why I say my answer, but Ben McLemore was probably my favorite player of all time to play here, just because of his skill set. And then obviously he was a walking highlight reel. So
You watch him play live?
no, I never got to see him play live.
How many games did you go to?
See, this is misconception, or I'll let him answer.
Yeah, it really is though. Not too many. I went to the one game I really remember is Baylor in 2020 when they were like the top 2 teams in the country. And then another one when I was younger, but I don't even remember who it was. So not really a lot that I've been to, but I mean obviously when I come they were amazing.
How about you? Who's the best player come out of?
I mean, obviously, like the best players easy
Or your
would
favorite
be
player
Will.
to watch?
But favorite player, I remember watching Thomas Robinson when I was younger because, like, obviously I'm not from Kansas, from D.C., and so, like, I don't really have any ties to KU. But I just remember, like, Thomas Robinson, Cole Aldridge, and probably even, like, Jeff Withey.
Yep.
Those are the 3, like, I just remember watching KU, and those 3 were on the screen. Obviously, Thomas Robinson being from D.C., shout out, DMV. Love watching him play. He was a monster. I was surprised he didn't stick longer in the NBA. I thought he would have.
Mine got to be Devontae Graham or Wiggins.
I don't even really like Wiggins. Like I feel like I don't even really remember him playing it. It was like so fast.
Yeah. It was a quick year.
I remember him when he was playing at Huntington. He went and played at DeMatha one year, and it was like it was sold out. He was nice.
Do you have any jitters your first game? Or even like during late night? What was your experience during late night and just the first game against Washburn or Howard?
Yeah, I mean, late night was obviously the very first time I got to experience the Fieldhouse, so that was probably the time I had the most jitters. I mean, it was just like the atmosphere, honestly. It wasn't even just being out, like I said, the atmosphere, the people. I mean, I've never really played in front of that many people, so it was just like having that opportunity, it was crazy. But I mean, once I got past that, the game against Washburn didn't really feel much. Just kind of treated it like another game, stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. My first time for a late night, I was nervous as hell.
Crazy.
Because like I never had so many fans like on my side before in an arena. Like obviously Michigan, like we had games where it was sold out and it was super lit in that thing too. But like on that, just seeing like Allen where it was like filled to the brim for a late night, I was just like, whoa, like, and then yeah, and usually it was like on the road, we'd be at like Indiana or something like that, and it would be super packed and like they're booing you. So it was like, I don't know, for some reason that was easier, but yeah, no, I was definitely nervous late night.
All right.
Cross is being you're just being way too formal here. We need to be more casual with our questions.
We gotta
No,
continue
you're over
we
here.
gotta continue
This is
on
a
to the podcast.
conversation,
We gotta
Cross.
continue on to the
Cross, this is a
podcast.
conversation.
It is a
You're over here.
conversation.
So when you were in,
We're getting to know
back
Zeke
in-
Mayo. We're getting to know a
what
newcomer
was
right
Why
stop
are
being
we
so?
acting like I'm
How about you ask a question then?
No, you're
We're getting to know you.
We're getting to know you.
Oh,
You-
let's get
you're
to
the
know
you're the,
you.
you're the featured guest on
Yeah.
this. But I'm
Hey,
saying
wait,
you need to
I'm
be
gonna
more
let y'all-
casual.
I'm
let y'all
sorry.
handle it.
Act like you're having a conversation with him.
I'm sorry.
You're acting like you're like CNN or Fox
I'm sorry.
trying to ask
I'm
somebody
sorry.
a
In case y'all
question.
don't know, this is an everyday thing between these two.
No,
He just-
always likes to start arguments, bro.
I'm just
Like,
telling you,
it
you
could
need
be
to
so much simpler.
you need to be better.
It could be so much simpler.
Look, this is a vanilla.
All right, fine.
Podcast.
Fine. Here we go.
Oh my god.
Zeke Mayo. Or
But again, here you go.
All right.
That's not
about
how you
ask
normally
me? All right,
talk.
fine. You talking there? I'll continue on there. Come
I feel
on.
like I'm sitting here with a married couple right now.
No.
Cross always again. I just said, and then you went and did the same thing. Talk normal.
I am talking normal.
Come on, Carl.
Look at
I
him. He
usually
said,
talk.
I am talking normal.
No,
Now.
I usually. How do I
That's how
usually
you.
talk?
That's how you
How do I
talk.
usually
That's how you usually talk
How do I
when you
usually talk
when you're out.
How do I
You change your voice.
I do not change my voice.
Gets a little bit deeper.
No.
Yes.
This is
my-
how I normally talk. This is how I normally
Zeke, that's how he normally
Hey,
talks.
I'm not siding with nobody.
Normally, he's got a very normal voice, and then when he's out, you know what I'm saying. I'm trying to go.
Nah,
You know what I'm
we're
saying?
capping now. We're capping.
You know what I'm saying. You know
No,
what I'm saying.
that is not true. That is not true. Whatever he says about me is not true.
Bro, oh my gosh, yeah, no, and then no,
No. I mean, I do change my voice every now and then just because I'm like a character.
you are a character.
Yes.
You're like a character in a movie.
Oh, that's the question.
I know that's what you should have done, Cross. You should be an actor.
Like if I was shorter,
you can be tall.
No, all the tall people are like in the dumb role.
No,
like
you
a
can be tall.
security guard role. Or just
You got like a
somebody
Morgan
dumb.
Freeman. I
No,
want to say like I wish I
Yeah,
could.
you
be
could be like a narrator.
That's what I'm saying. He could be a narrator in like documentaries and stuff.
if I was shorter, I'd seriously.
Full
consider
score and 7 years ago on this
Yo,
great
what?
morning.
Yo,
That's what I'm saying. That's what he sounds
Bro,
like
I
when he was
think
asking
that's-
questions. That's when he was asking questions to you. That's what he sounded like.
acting. I mean, like I said, if I was shorter, I'd seriously consider acting. But yeah, that actually brings me to another question. If y'all ain't play basketball, what would y'all be doing?
Man, I got a lot of avenues I could have went down.
I'm stumped.
I mean, first I would have. I mean, like if I wasn't good at anything, I'm not gonna lie. Like if I had nothing going for me, but I'm pretty smart too. But like if I was just like a normal, I would have tried to go to like the military. Like if I was, but I'm just saying, like I was. That's like a great avenue. My cousin's in the military,
Yeah.
and so it's like once you graduate from like Army or Navy or something like that, your life is set. You're good. But me personally, I could have been a professional video gamer, honestly.
Professional video gamer.
Like Call of Duty. I'm so good at Call of Duty. Like I didn't play for like 3 months.
Tell me you're not like that.
I'm so like that. I just put it in the group chat last night. First game on in like 3 months. Haven't played any Call of Duty yet. Went 38-10. For like had no guns, nothing. You know the default classes, wild kill streaks. I didn't even know how to use the kill streaks. 38-10. You know,
I think for me, one thing I have a lot of passion with is music. So I'm gonna go like a music producer or something like that.
kind of look like J. Cole.
Oh my goodness. No. You need to chill with that.
I think the main thing about Coach Self, I feel like Zeke and Jay Cross can attest this. Like he'll make you feel like you aren't as good as you are, and like people might take that as a bad way, but it keeps you like humble and not content, and always like he's always he never wants his team to feel content. He always wants his team to feel hungry because he always wants his team to play hard and play hungry and play like with a chip on his shoulder. And he does a great job of being able to like keep his team always motivated, I feel like.
For sure.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. I mean, coming in, I definitely didn't. I knew Coach Self was, like a hard ass, excuse my language, but I mean, everybody knows, the way he coaches, and I mean, it brings the best out of his players. So, I mean, he wants the best for you. It's all love at the end of the day, and I think some guys take it personal, but I think it's just he's trying to send more of a message instead of using the tone of his voice. So, I think everybody takes it different, but I mean, at the end of the day, he just wants to see you succeed. So.
Were you expecting him to be like this before you came in?
Honestly, like not. I would say just like not as severe as it is. I mean, it's not really like when I say severe, I don't mean like oh my god, like have terrible thoughts of myself. But I mean like he's a great coach. And like I said, the tone of his voice is just what really gets you. It's not necessarily like the things he says.
Don't listen to the twin. Listen to what he's saying.
Yeah.
What was a funny memory you got so far? being a Jayhawk?
If you have one, you can go first. Huh?
Man, I'd say a lot of memories had to do with like Puerto Rico. I feel like Puerto Rico was a wild trip because just like it was a foreign tour, and so it's like it's kind of hard because you got to try to take it serious, but also it's like everybody knows it's not serious at the same time. Like we're going out there to have fun, but like there's basketball involved, so it's like you're out there like trying to like have fun and enjoy yourself, but you're like, shoot, we got a game the next day versus Buddy Hield and Eric Gordon. But it's also like you're seeing them too chilling, so it's like, shoot, I might as well chill too. But I mean, it was funny. There was a lot of memories of, the place. So you go out the hotel to the left, like a block down. Best birria tacos
those were good.
I've ever had. Oh my gosh, I still think about those. So it's like it's kind of bad that I had those because now every other birria taco I have isn't as good. But Zeke, those birria tacos, man. Those, oh gosh, me and KJ went like after I found it. Me and KJ went like every day, like twice a day. Did you go any foreign tours at Dakota?
Yeah, we went to the Bahamas my sophomore year. Say that all inclusive. Had, everything in there. So.
Oh, at the foreign tour? Oh gosh, that would have been bad.
No, it was nice. It was nice, but I mean, we didn't really have much time to like hang around except for at night because our games were midday or whatever, so we couldn't really do stuff.
Did you play every day?
Yeah, we played 3 games, 3 days, I believe.
Wait, how many days were you there?
4. Yeah, 4 or 5 actually.
Different budgets. I guess. Different budgets.
We were there for like what?
We were there for a week.
6,
I thought.
A week.
I thought we were.
And we played 3 games.
Huh?
8 days.
Yeah, because I think it was 8 days because we got there.
We practiced.
Practice, then game off. Well, not off practice, but remember the one practice after I think it was after the first game when everybody came in and then no, was it?
8 a.m. practice on the floor.
Oh, and then
crazy.
And we were. But
still, I ain't trying to get up at like 7 a.m. Be ready.
Hey, and we did blackout break, right? And we had this dude named Chris on the other team or on the scout team.
Sorry, Nick Timberlake.
Nick Timberlake he threw a terrible pass. Bad pass. Chris Carter intercepted it, came down, just
and Nick
rose
Timberlake is
on
like
him,
sizing him up. Like I'm trying to.
Hey, that damn near shut down the practice. That shut down the practice. It wasn't the same after. Oh gosh, Chris Carter baptized. Film never got out. No, fortunately for Nick,
it probably won't.
Film never got out. Jay Cross was lucky. Films never got out of him and Flo. Damn near every practice.
I don't recall.
Damn near every practice.
That's become normal.
You're lucky, Brett be saving you.
No, because the crazy thing with Flory is like when he's posting you up and he goes up, he has a ball like this. So I'm thinking he's gonna hook it over like that. Instead, he just
yeah.
I'm like, geez.
I don't know, but you just don't put up any resistance.
I do. You know how?
No, it'd be the funniest when like Pat goes up there to try to play. Because
Pat done already.
I'm sorry,
Pat
already experienced the concept.
Pat got so much pride, man. He'd be coming over.
Trying to block Flory. He's 6'11" with a 40-inch girl.
And Pat be coming over late too. I'm like, Pat, if you're late as a low man, just go over there and jump to the side so it looks like you're playing hard. Pat be trying to go up there like he's really about to go up there and block him. And
at least he's trying to block it. But I
mean, better than what you be doing. You just be.
I blocked a few dunks.
Accepting it.
I blocked a few dunks.
What dunks have you blocked?
I blocked your dunk. I blocked AJ's dunk before. I blocked Flory's dunk, but he's got me pretty bad during the course of practice. And then I've been hoping you've been trying to dunk me, bitch.
Nah, man, 2 points is 2 points.
You right.
I thought you were gonna dunk the damn 14.
Nah. Oh yeah, you were.
I got kicked. I got to jelly it.
I got kicked when I went up.
Oh,
I swear, bro. I swear he kicked the back of my leg.
No, you got to.
Trust me, I'm gonna get one this year. I promise.
I believe you. You're gonna get like a fast break. I feel like it's gonna be an away game too. You're gonna get like a sneaky.
Like Juan's dunk.
Juan's dunk was crazy. Hey, Juan's dunk was crazy.
Even had like Bill off his.
Because he kind of like cocked it out.
Yeah, because I'm sprinting with him.
Might have hit a light off.
I'm sprinting with him because I'm thinking he's gonna lay it up. So I'm coming. I'm making sure you're not gonna miss in case of a follow up or a layup. Next thing you know, he turned that joint over.
Yeah,
I'm like, damn.
No, that turned me up. That turned me up right there. I ain't gonna lie.
And that
Yeah,
game,
no, that was crazy.
I'm surprised. Zeke, oh man, you haven't seen the best, like the loudest I think the arena gets is when Juan goes at half court and throws it to KJ. That's like the loudest Allen Fieldhouse gets like during a game.
Yeah, I'm expecting to have.
I thought it would have happened by now.
It probably, yeah. I mean,
Like AJ got one.
North Carolina was pretty loud.
Yeah, no,
that was loud.
That atmosphere was crazy.
But like last year when we played UConn and then Houston, those were just.
I feel like Houston was louder. Everybody says UConn was the loudest.
I feel like Houston, like even before the game, they changed the introduction to like the lighting and all that different. It was.
Yeah, but
insane.
man, I don't know. Houston was crazy. Like,
Yeah.
It's crazy because you can look across at the other team and they're like, what the hell is going on here? Because it's just like it's loud. Like it is loud. Like some arenas like before the tip off, like the student section gets into it, but like Allen, like everybody's
into it.
I think that's the biggest difference. Like for you to have a super super loud arena, you have to have the students, but also like the normal fans too.
For sure.
Like a lot of great arenas have the students, but Allen's got like even the 80-year-olds are up there yelling, clapping, getting into it. And I think that's the biggest difference. I think that's why.
So what's a game like in the Big 12 that y'all are like really looking forward to?
I gotta look at this. I mean, like it's easy to say like all the teams we lost to. Like obviously like UCF, Iowa State, BYU for sure, West Virginia. But I mean, like all these teams are so good now to where it's like, like every game's a battle in the Big 12. Every game, especially on the road, because like when you're Kansas, I remember, Iowa State, King. This dude, our scouting report was like, yo, not really a shooter, 4-man. He's more of a driver.
Mm-hmm.
He's made like a couple threes on the year. This is like, mind you, we're already into the season. So if you're only made a couple threes, you're not a shooter.
Yeah.
So we put me on him. So it's like I can kind of help off him. Like the big man like sets a lot of screens, so KJ can be involved in all that. We can get off. Shadu goes in 4 for 6 from 3. I'm just like, yo, like what are we like? Of course, it's on the road, so they're at home, like they're feeling it. But like whenever somebody plays Kansas, they just want to play out of their minds.
Yeah, I can't stand
everybody's best shot, bro.
Yeah,
that's gonna be. It's gonna be like that this whole year.
Oh my god, nobody has an off night. Like
it's gonna be like that this whole year. Let's talk about roommates. Obviously, y'all two are roommates, but y'all don't ever be at McCarthy anymore.
Hey, watch yourself now.
Oh, my fault.
Watch yourself now. If we want to draw cards, we can draw cards, Cross.
Wow. It's gonna be like that?
Yeah, that's what I thought. I would say me and Zeke had a great relationship in terms of being roommates.
No. I'm not saying we're all separate. I'm just saying we're tight, but
that's not what I'm talking about. I'm just saying we're great roommates.
Yeah,
we still come by, hang out.
Yeah, most def.
Yeah, I know.
I think he was just mad that I was whooping him in NCAA all the time, giving him a whooping.
See, we've only played a select few games.
You need to come to 265 and play a game.
Nah, because I know I'll run 265.
No, that's what I'm saying, Zeke.
Don't waste your time with 265 because it's just like they're just so bad in that. We're like Mario.
You have to see me.
Mario will give me some comp. But Jay Cross is no comp. Jay Cross can't even make it to halftime versus me anymore.
Listen though.
Like Zeke, if he makes it to halftime versus me, it's a good game. Like it's a fun game.
I hate playing in person because you can look at my plays.
Oh my gosh,
online,
if anybody plays NCAA, everybody knows the touch pass jet sweep. And so usually when I run that and I'm playing with Jay Cross, there's 3 run plays and one of them is the touch pass jet sweep. I pick that play and I look at Mari every time like, Mari, watch his linebacker. This man, Jay Cross, will always be on the middle linebacker every time we go out there. When I pick jet sweep, he always gets on the outside linebacker. That's where the jet sweep is going to. And I'm like, Mari. And he starts itching him that way too. Like he starts inching him.
Because I can predict the formation and I see the quickest player is on the dang slot in which he's already moving. So I'm like, okay, he's running jet sweep. Let me get over there.
Before I call the play, you're already inching him over there.
No.
And then I call the play and you're already there. No. Luckily for me, I'm just so stick. I'm so good at the stick route.
You don't know the formations like that.
I do know the formations.
Jay Cross does not know the formations. I'm saying
I played the game for a while.
No, Jay Cross be screen watching.
No, I don't.
I'm not gonna lie.
I don't screen watch.
I do the same thing.
I don't even screen watch.
That's why
I can't.
I did the same thing because I know Jay Cross does it. So I'm like, if I'm going to do it, if he's doing it, I'm doing it.
I don't even screen watch.
But Jay Cross is no comp. No comp.
I'm no comp.
You're no comp.
So I never beat you before?
You've beat me before.
I've beaten you multiple times.
But we've played so many games.
The score is probably even between us. If anything, you're up probably at 1 game or 2.
Jay Cross.
So give me top 5. Top 5 on the team. NCAA.
I'll say Hunt's in there. Juan.
I'm number 1.
We're not going in order.
I heard Juan's pretty nice.
Juan's nice.
I beat Juan in Madden.
Juan's
I beat Juan in Madden.
Madden a completely different game though.
Juan's nice.
That's the only time we played. Juan don't want the smoke.
And I'm putting myself in top 5.
Okay, fair.
I never seen you play. I never
Cross,
seen
you
you
are
play.
so.
I know I'm top 5. I'm better than all 265.
Zeke is better than you, Cross.
You have to pull up there.
Zeke is
You have
better.
to pull up 265.
we can do that. But I'm not. But actually, no. I changed my mind. I told you I'm not playing in person. I gotta be.
I'm
online.
saying that, but it's not worth it for me to pull up the 265 because it's like I'm playing for free. Like at least play for like $10 so where I can like actually feel like I need to win this game because I'll just be getting bored playing you.
Oh, get bored. Okay.
He said he get bored playing.
Yeah,
we
so I
put
get
Brett up
terrible.
one time, and he was talking all sorts of crazy. He's up 10. I think it's Miami facing somebody else who's another good team, and I come back and win the game. Then he wants to play again, and so basically he won't leave the room. He won't leave the room.
What happened when we
he
played
won't
again?
leave the room unless he beats me.
He barely beat me. He beat me by like 3-7 points. What happened when we rematched it?
He basically, I let him. Never mind. Let me rephrase this.
He
wants to play
blown
again,
out.
and so he won't leave until he beats me.
Nah, because you got to
So
give me my
basically,
double or nothing. Nah,
he
this, nah, nah. He's
basically- Yeah,
that's fair.
the king of, if he lose, he always want his double or nothing. But if he wins,
fair.
he's like, nah, I'm good. I'm good.
You gotta
That's
be
the way
able to
to do
double
it, right?
You gotta
That's the way
be.
to
You
do
gotta
it.
be
Nah,
able to double it.
that's how people die.
Well, are you gonna kill me?
Yeah,
Okay. All right, you gonna kill me, huh? All right.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah. In this setting, I'm gonna take my bread, be done. I'll give you a chance to win it later.
See, again, that's how you know Oak Park, not Chicago.
Oh my
because
gosh. We're talking about
because
here we go.
because if you win and you don't give the man his double or nothing,
I always give double nothings though. I always give double nothings.
there's been times where you like, nope.
Yeah.
I eventually will get it, but I have to wait like 2 days. Because that's
You do the
thing.
same thing.
No, I did that.
You do the same thing.
I did that one time because you always do that.
Same thing.
Well, because you always do it.
You do the same thing.
We literally, you're still in debt, actually.
No.
Yes,
Not
you are.
anymore, actually. Not anymore.
Jay Cross.
Actually, you're not. I
Not anymore. We'll
forgot.
discuss later, but not anymore.
I forgot.
We'll discuss later. Not anymore.
No, I was talking about me, but I forgot about.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Well, because the whole shorts thing, I was like, I thought that
Insane.
you should have.
No,
KT was lying.
You know everybody was gonna. No.
So, look.
You know everybody was gonna notice.
So Jay Cross was in debt to me for NCAA video games. So because he's a bum, but
Oh my gosh.
he's a bum.
You're not good.
So I said, Cross, I'll cut your debt in half if you pull up the practice with your shorts on backwards and you can't change them till the end. I didn't think I was going to get him to say deal, but he said deal.
It's easy. It's simple. But just
And so we're walking the lift and scout team is leaving as we're walking in. Everybody's talking about Jack, Cross your shorts on backwards, cross your shorts on backwards. He's like, I
thought
know.
You told them.
I told somebody.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I told
saying.
some. But then we get to practice, and I'm like, and obviously, like, I'm gonna get my money's worth. So I'm gonna tell the coaches to look for
See,
it.
that's where you ruined it.
Well, I want to get my money's worth and have them mess with you during the practice too. And then
KT was too. KT was
Justin, you don't turn your shorts on backwards. I'm gonna tell your dad.
Justin walking to the locker room. Oh my God, KT.
So,
KT's funny, man. He's funny.
No,
That's
I
my
would say, man, I love our coaching staff. Like, obviously, like, they're on the older side, but like, they're so funny. And I kind of get it because it's like when I was hurt and I was out of practice, like, them 2 hours can be long. Like, it can be long if you're just like strictly focused on the basketball and you're not practicing.
Yeah.
Like, and you're just like on the outside looking in. Like Marco, I have so much respect for Marco because he comes in every day, super focused, like great attitude. Thanks. But like, if you're not playing and you're like sitting out for that practice, it can be a long 2 hours.
Watching.
And I see why KT be like messing with guys because it makes it so much more fun.
Yeah.
Like I'm on the outside and I'm looking at KT mess with you and I start laughing. I'm like, oh, this is how he gets through every day.
But you egg on the KT's joking.
Because it's funny. It's funny.
You just hate it because it's always at you.
Yeah, it's always directed at me.
It's funny.
You want to be a rat and snitch on me all the time.
When did I snitch on you?
No, you just always just like, Jay Cross, what are you doing? What are you egging on? And then KT would be like, yeah, what are you doing? Give Danny, he told me one time, give Danny Manning his jersey back.
Wow.
Because Cross is 25.
Crazy.
I did some.
He said you disrespected Danny Manning's number.
He said, give Danny Manning his jersey back. I'm like, dang. Jeez.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
I mean, that definitely speaks on our culture. I mean, you can probably talk a little bit about, the culture meetings that you have with Coach Q and KJ and Juan. Like, what are those like?
Yeah, I think like that's probably everybody, culture is such a word that everybody wants to throw out nowadays because it's like it makes you seem like, your program is really good if you have good culture because that's one of the building blocks to a good team is good culture. And everybody says it like, oh, we have great culture, but like, how do you actually work on your culture? Mm-hmm. I think that's one thing that here was a big difference for me was like having Coach Q, and like Coach Q would never take any credit for it, but like he's the main guy that is in charge of our culture. And like obviously he's the Dobo, so he has a ton of responsibilities. But like he really takes that culture stuff really serious. And I think that's one thing that helps us become connected is all the culture. And we have culture meetings, we have culture ambassadors. I happen to be one of them. We actually have a meeting today. And, we just talk about like, how the team's doing, how we see like areas that, we're falling short in, areas that we're doing good in, how can we help guys? How can we bring guys along? How can we uplift guys? And stuff like that. And I think that's, real different because like, I don't know if Zeke might have said this or maybe Diggy, but like other schools, they'll have that one meeting at the beginning of the year and then it never happens again. Yeah. Or you have that meeting, like I know at Michigan when we were like bad and we started having like culture meetings or like just meetings about the team, but you're already 500 record and it's like 10-10. Like it's like, it's too late for that now because it's like you're already in the season. Like you are kind of what you are at that point. Where it's here, like we start and we continue it throughout the year, and I think that's super important.
Yeah, I mean that's something that I mentioned in one of our culture meetings this summer. Like you said, we didn't really have any of those meetings until we realized our season was almost falling apart, and we were kind of going through areas of struggle. So it just being here and being a part of those culture meetings this summer, almost weekly, like it really helped us form a unbreakable bond between all of us players, and not a lot of us come from teams that have kind of implemented that within the program. So it was just good for me to kind of get that experience, and it was another way for me to get comfortable with the team and stuff. So props to Coach Q for putting that together.
Side note, I was checking my phone because somebody stole my identity. Somebody stole my identity. They opened up a.
What is?
I know. Last night, I know. I found out last night. My mom was texting because they had to file a police report. Somebody stole my identity. They opened up a credit card and went to BJ's. I don't know if you know what BJ's. Not BJ's the restaurant. BJ's the wholesale. It's like a Costco. It's like a fake me out Costco.
Goodness.
They said $2,000.
Yo, what is going?
Yeah,
Has that happened to you before?
I don't think so. And so I'm like, I just feel so vulnerable and taken advantage of right now.
Oh my, no, we gotta cut that.
Where it's like,
we gotta cut that part.
I feel taken advantage of. I feel now I'm scared. I'm scared.
What are you scared for?
My man said his identity got.
He said, my identity just
I feel vulnerable. Like I feel like a baby deer out there now in the world because they got my identity. They got my information. I didn't know I was. Again, that's why like everybody be asking for your social security and nowadays.
That is true.
And I'd be like, no. But they'd be like, no, well, we need like why? Like it's some random things. I'd be like, why do you like I'd be like checking into a hotel room. They're like asking for I'm like, what do you need my social security for? Just asking for a hotel room. I don't know this. So yeah, no, I'm trying to deal with that now. They got my identity. Somebody's trying to be me.
So obviously, Zeke, I know you grew up with Dev.
Yeah.
Talk about that relationship and how y'all have grown up together and continue on to be on Kansas Jayhawk.
Yeah, so me and him kind of grew up since we were, almost in diapers. I mean, we lived on the same street for, some years, and then we went to the same school growing up.
Shout out East Lawrence.
Shout out East Lawrence, facts. But nah, he's just to see him, and obviously he committed here when, they were not as good. So just to see him, buy into a program like that and continue to leave his mark on a football program that, has raised some questions in the past couple of years, and then obviously had some huge expectations going into this year. But I mean, I'm just super happy for him and always going to support him. I mean, he made some tough decisions in the past to stay here and pursue that rushing record and the touchdown record, obviously. So like I said, I'm super happy for him, and then hopefully they can finish out the year strong and get these last couple of wins.
I will say that video. The one video of him breaking the record, that one kind of made me almost tear up a little bit. I was like, that was a good video, man. That was a good video. I was like, oof.
And I mean, knowing the stuff that he's been through, I mean, not a lot of people know this, but he went through an injury when we were in middle school. I think I want to say he tore his ACL. Maybe it was the MCL, but I mean, not a lot of people expected him to come back and be as good as he is now. Like, an injury like that can really mess with you. So
I will say, again, their record is their record. But if you throw Kansas football now on a football field with anybody, they're peaking. Obviously, the record is what there is. They're peaking. I mean, you can't say peaking at the right time because it's like they can't. They can't get in the playoff. Well,
they could. No, they can be.
I guess they're still because I thought the season ended after this week. I'm not gonna lie. So I guess they are still statistically.
They could be bowlers, potentially. I think.
No, but I'm saying, aren't they still statistically eligible?
What's the record?
Statistically
4-6, 3-6?
able to win the Big 12. Are they still? Are they?
4-6.
A lot of people, they're still, but I'm saying like they probably can't make the playoffs. Well, I'm saying if you throw them on the field with anybody right now, it's a ball game.
They can.
Like they're like, because they are good. Like they're a good team.
And you feel bad for the seniors, but at the end of the day, like they're still in it though. Like I know that they could have gave up 3 weeks ago and just said, "Oh man, like we're just completely out of it." But now that they're 3 wins away from being bowl eligible again, I mean, it's just almost like you can see the difference on the field too. Like they're just playing a lot harder and finishing games now. So
they're well. I mean, even BYU was like, oh
yeah,
they're making me because I was watching we were at KJ's apartment. We were watching the UFC, and then we had KU game on the side because we thought it was over.
Yeah,
and then they were tricking a little bit, but they won. And I'm just like, bro, they beat a top 10 team on the road.
Undefeated.
And BYU is crazy. Like at BYU, like
BYU,
their fans and their atmosphere is nuts. And you go in there and win, like they're a good team. They just sometimes it's all about the luck. Sometimes there's some luck involved where it's like if you're living right, that's what the NCAA tournament is. Like NCAA tournament is straight. Like obviously you have to be good. Yeah. But a lot of it has to do with getting lucky where it's like you catch a good team on a bad night where they just don't shoot it well. Mm-hmm. You shoot it well one night. Upsets happen where it's like if you're a 1 seed and you play the 8-9 and then you get to play, I think it's the 13 seed instead of playing the 4.
Yep.
Where it's like the UConn, the first round, they played, again, they won 2 back-to-back national champions, nothing against them. The Final Four was crazy that year where in terms of like no 1 seeds, no 2 seeds. Yeah. I think UConn won it as a 4 seed where it's like, you got to get a little lucky to win a national championship.
That's true.
That raises another question. What do you think is harder, to win a Super Bowl or NBA championship?
Super Bowl.
I think. Ooh.
Super Bowl.
I would say people like the majority say Super Bowl because it's only one game.
Yeah, that's where I was going.
It's like you can have a bad game and be done.
I think an NBA championship is harder.
No, because but with the NBA championship,
the better team is going to win.
You lose a game, you struggle like two games. You like, okay, let's regroup.
You can have 3 bad games.
But you gotta beat a team
not in a row,
times.
But you can have 3 bad games in the series.
You gotta beat a team 4 times though.
That means you're better than the team.
It's hard to beat a team twice in a year.
I know. So if you beat a team 4 times, you are proven to be better than that team.
I'm not saying winning the Super Bowl ain't hard. It's obviously real tough.
Well, I mean, the Chiefs do it all the time, so it's obviously not that hard.
That's true.
Favorite football team? Who's your team? You're Chiefs.
My team is the Chargers, but I'm like a huge.
Oh, this man Zeke. This man.
Where you get
this
the
man
Chargers
Zeke
from?
is a fraud.
LaDainian Tomlinson. LaDainian Tomlinson was a
okay.
goat
This man
back
Zeke
then.
is a fraud. He
No.
Coming in,
bro.
Hard told me that he was a Bills fan. So I'm like, oh yeah, I got no.
Yeah.
Bills
No.
fan.
I like Stephon Diggs. I like Stephon Diggs.
That's what's up.
I like Stephon Diggs.
We finna.
So you rooting for players on their teams.
Yeah. I like Stephon Diggs and I like Joe Burrow.
So you like the Texans.
That's
man.
a
No, I don't like the Texans.
mentality right there. That's like a 10-year-old's mentality.
I'm a Stephon Diggs fan. And
That's
I'm
a 10-year-old's
Joe Burrow
mentality.
You're Joe Burrow. So who's your team?
Pick a
Fan.
team.
The Chargers. I said
Be a
the
man.
Chargers.
The Chargers.
Because of LaDainian Tomlinson.
You
I
have
want
back
you
in
to
the
stick
day.
with that.
No,
I want you to know. I
He's
want you to know.
look. He's a Chargers, Bills, Bengals fan.
Greatest tight end of all time?
It's hard because
There's no question.
he's a friend, so it's
got
kind of
it.
hard. It's kind of hard because he's a friend.
Tony
I
Gonzalez.
do love Rob Gronkowski, but I also hate
No,
Rob
I'm going
Gronkowski
trash.
too because
I'm going
he's from
trash.
Buffalo and he didn't go to the Bills. He went to the Patriots, so it's a whole nother thing. It's hard. Him and Rob, very hard.
1A, 1B.
Pat Mahomes, another great guy to hang out with. Super cool guy.
See, now he just flexing.
He
And
is flexing.
It's
He's
crazy.
flexing.
He just flexing.
at the Kentucky Derby, you see a lot of guys.
He
And
said he flexing so crazy.
Pacheco, another guy, saw at the Derby. Pacheco.
Who
really
else
cool
was
guy.
there? Who else was there at the Derby?
Oh man, every year it's like who's who. So first year I went, not gonna lie, I forget who the first year I saw.
You met.
Second year, met my idol. Met my idol, Josh Allen. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm on the fourth or fifth level suites, and so everybody, like all the who's are usually on the third because they get like the turf club. That's usually where like a lot of famous people are who like aren't super like not trying to get the suites, but they're just trying to hang out with like them and like their fam. So they'll get the turf club. So I was able to finesse onto the turf club because usually you can be on the turf, like you get the wristband for the fifth level. They only let you on the fifth level, but you got to finesse down to the third level. So once you finesse into the third level, you're good because once you're in, you're in. But then you have to finesse down into the turf. So you have to get like a ambassador to let you in. So thankfully I was able to finesse on there. And then like it was Rodgers, Mahomes, Manning, Peyton Manning, Josh Allen, all of them like in like a 20 feet diameter.
Just QBs, huh?
Well, it was like Rodgers, Bakhtiari, AJ Hawk, and it was crazy because I walked past them, and it was crazy. I walked past them one time, and this is when I just committed to Kansas, and I saw Pat, and Pat was like said what's up to me, like he knew who I was, and I was like, what the hell? And he was super cool, and I'm like, and he's like, yeah, like I love watching KU, all that. I was like, this is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Josh Allen though. I'm not gonna lie. Josh Allen was the first person I was nervous to go up to. Like I kind of feel how like, it was kind of like roles reversed when like kids come up to ups.
Mm-hmm.
I walked by Josh like 3 times, not able to say anything. Thankfully, one time I walked by him, he said, "What's up?" And we started talking. I'm like, "Yo, you determine my Sundays. Like the amount of happiness you've brought me in the past, however long you've been a Buffalo Bill."
They just got a good win against the Chiefs.
I know. Yeah, shout out.
They got a chance.
They do this to me every year. At the beginning of the year, I'm like, man, this is a rebuild year for us. Like, we have no chance. Like, we just got rid of Diggs. Like, this is rebuild year. Next year, it will be our year. But, man, we got a chance this year, baby. Like, once we get Matt Milano back, like, we just can't play the Ravens. That's the only team that we're not built to beat the Ravens.
You know, they say the Ravens fraud in the playoffs.
But Lamar came to Buffalo and didn't score a touchdown. But if we play anybody but the Ravens, I'm confident. Except for if we have to go at Arrowhead, it'll probably be a loss again, like we always do.
I can't never have that dang.
This might be the year, I'd say. And if we win, I think we beat the Lions. Like the Lions. Oh, Lions are like my second team because going to Michigan, playing there for 3 years, like it was. I love Dan Campbell. He's
great coach.
Dan Campbell is like Dan Campbell's kind of like Dan Hurley. I feel like that's a good comparison. But Dan, like, I love when he goes for like fake punts and all that stuff. Like, the fake punts and all that is so underutilized because like it just catches teams off guard all the time.
Y'all talking about these good teams? I'm with the Bears.
Oh God.
Yeah, no, you guys are.
Yeah, we don't even need to hear no stories on them. For
I mean, it was the Hail Mary pass that just ruined it.
You guys are buns. You guys are.
It was trending upward.
Yeah, a Hail Mary pass kind of does like ruin your season.
It was trending upward. We were like, it was gonna be like 2 or 3 games in a row that we won, and then All we had to do was just swat it. No, the ball's in there.
Oh no, he swatted it, but he swatted it into he swatted it into the man's hands.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams, shout out. DMV guy, shout out.
Basically, story of our season.
And then I don't understand why your head coach is still your head coach after last year. I thought they would have fired him last year. If you had Jim Harbaugh, go Blue, shout out.
We have a chance.
You would be in the playoffs
We have a
for
chance.
sure. You'd be in the playoffs for sure.
But we just gotta be perfect now.
All you had to do was run the ball one more time this Sunday and then get it a little bit closer, and your kicker would have made the kick.
No, that's the story of our season. March down the field, 46-yard field goal.
Why not run another play? You have a timeout.
Somehow gets blocked, just like the Chiefs.
Well, because
The Chiefs somehow find a miraculous way to win. They should have lost 3 more games.
That is true. I always say this. The Chiefs have some voodoo. Like they talked about it on Twitter where they were joking. The Chiefs have some voodoo. Where I also respect it that they make the play they need to make it.
Find a way.
Like if it's a 4th and 1 and it's on defense, they always stuff them on defense. Or if it's a 4th and 1, they always run some little magic play where Mahomes like throws it to a flat and they just get a free 5 yards.
Now people do say
they always make
people
the play.
do say the refs are cheating.
Oh
from
my
them.
man,
That's true.
That's their voodoo right there.
Oh, sometimes they get some scandalous calls. Well, I will say last year at Buffalo when the Chiefs played the Bills at Arrowhead, I went to the game. It was a wild call when Travis Kelce threw the little pitch back and they scored the touchdown. They called it a flag and it was like a legal formation.
No, Tony was offsides. Tony was offsides.
That was a bad call.
That was a bad call. He was offsides.
He wasn't.
He was offsides.
I don't think
he was. It was a good play, but he was offsides.
I don't think, as a Bills fan, I don't think he was offsides. But I'll take the win.
I mean,
I'm not going to apologize for the win. I got out right when they called that, and it was like 4th down and like 25. Me and my brother got out of there fast because parking is terrible at Arrowhead.
Did you go to that game?
That's one thing I'm dreading this Saturday when we go to the Colorado game is the parking. That parking at Arrowhead is.
Not cold.
We went to a Luke Combs concert. We left the Luke Combs concert when it ended, thinking like, oh, we were getting out of there. We're gonna get. We spent like 2 hours trying to get out of the Luke Combs concert, and it was raining, so it was bad. Again, after that, always leave early from a Kansas City.
Did you go to that game, the playoff game when they played the Dolphins? It was like negative 30.
I was supposed to go to the game.
I know KJ went.
I was supposed to be in the suite.
That's why
Taylor.
I can't imagine playing.
I was supposed to be in that suite.
Did y'all hear this, man?
But
he's been flexing this whole
Man,
it's not a flex. I'm just
minutes.
being honest. I was supposed to have those tickets, but it was like negative 35, and I'm like, my friend visited from DC. I'm just like, yeah, no, it's just not worth it to go out there for that.
Flexing this whole time.
It's not worth it to go out there for that. Like negative 35, I'm like, yeah, it's just all right. I'm not gonna lie. This is probably gonna be your best episode of Chalk It Up.
No cap.
Because me and Jay Cross and Zeke here, best personalities on the team.
You
You should have us. Obviously.
Yeah, we might as well do episode 3. 4,
Yeah,
5.
we should honestly do more episodes. This is probably
Basically.
this will get a lot of hits. Hopefully, we don't get in trouble. My last
we're good.
podcast I did with a company, I got in trouble a lot. So I got in trouble weekly. So, but signing off. This is Hunter, Jay Cross, and Zeke on Chalk It Up, episode 2. Rock Chalk.
Rock Chalk.